This is Black Authentic Truth, and I want to talk about Joe Ligon, who was sentenced to life in prison at 15 years old. He just recently got out doing 68 years. 68 years in the joint. 68 years of your life just gone. Like this brother, he didn't even have a life. I've actually been locked up before. I was locked up for a year and a half, so I know what it is to be in solitude. I don't know what it is to spend decades of your life behind bars and to be accustomed to being behind bars and never ever thinking that you're going to get out. It just goes to speak to the struggles that black men have and has always had, because this brother was locked. He was sentenced in 53. And even today, there are brothers that have been locked up since the 80s. For petty crime, for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. I remember meeting a brother, he had been locked up for 23 years, and he was just with some guys that had committed a robbery, grand theft auto, and in the process, somebody was killed, and he did 23 years for it, and he didn't even do it. So it just goes to show the struggles when it comes to the justice system that black men face, the struggles of just dealing with America and dealing with the hand that's dealt to us. If we make a mistake, if we make a bad choice, and you see here, even as a child, it's hurtful. It angers me. It saddens me, just to see the pictures of him now. This brother could very well be my grandfather. At this age, he can be a great grandfather. A sister wrote a book. I forget her name right now. I forget her name, but she did write a book about, I believe her name is Michelle, but she did write a book, The School to the Prison Pipeline. It's easy for us to get caught up in the system that they have created and then just lock us up for the rest of our lives. And like, I remember when I was locked up, they said that, it's job security. So they can count on loads of black men, loads of Hispanic men coming to prison. They can count on it year to year. It's a never ending cycle. And it's job security, because, of course, it has become big business. Prisons, especially in California, where I'm at, prisons have become big business, where you have private investors that's investing in prisons because it's going to make money. It's just a big scheme of making money off of the backs of black people and Hispanic people. When we make a mistake, we don't get a second chance. And you can see that with Joe. With this brother right here, he didn't get a second chance. He was just a child. He was a child. He's 3 years removed from Tamir Rice. You know what I mean? He's Trayvon Martin all over again. Trayvon Martin was put in the grave. Well, he was put in a cell. He was put in a cell, to the point to his his life, at his peak, his prime, the time where he can actually do something with his life, change his life, and make good decisions. All that was taken away from him. And it's just a horrible thing. It's a metaphor for the black community as a whole, is that we have to do everything perfect, and we have to get it perfect the first time. If you don't get it perfect the first time, then you don't get a second chance in our community. You would think that a person would get a second chance. We deserve a second chance. Hell, we deserve all the chances, because this place was built off the backs of our forefathers. We deserve second chances. We deserve all the extras, and we deserve all of the mercy. But this place is so hard and so cruel. It doesn't give us any mercy. It doesn't give us a second chance. And you see this with this brother right here. And it hurts me. It almost brought me to tears, because to see the transformation of this brother from being so young and so robust to being all used up and being an elderly man, to where he can't do anything. In my soul, I feel it, because I think about all my foreparents, those people that worked in plantations their whole life, their youth just sucked out of them till they were old and couldn't do anything. And then they was buried in an unmarked grave with nobody know their name. Yeah, he made some bad mistakes. He was with some friends that got drunk and committed murders, but he didn't murder anybody. But the United States government murdered him by taking his life and institutionalizing him. It's just a horrible horror story, but it's not nothing we haven't seen before. We shouldn't be surprised, because the way that we have been treated in just the last 10 years, as far as police brutality and them taking our lives, what difference is this? What difference is it from dying instantly from dying over a long time? You still dying. You still dying. You get what I'm saying? So give me your input on this story. Let me know how you feel about Big Joe Ligon, this brother that his whole life was taken. Support anything that's going on for this brother and help this brother, man, so he can live out peacefully for the rest of his life. This is Black Authentic Truth.